and welcome to my channel, A Life in High Definition. Thank you so much for dropping by to spend a bit of time with me today. Hello if you're a first time visitor, hello if you're a return visitor, everybody's welcome. Tell all your friends. Don't forget, subscribe, thumbs up, you know the business. Anyway, today's video is a little bit different from some of my others. What it is actually about is what I got for Christmas, but it's not what I got for Christmas, it's what I gave my husband for Christmas. And why is that important? Because you guys don't know him or don't know him yet. Now, let me tell you about my husband. He is the most wonderful, lovely, lovely, lovely man, adorable, obviously stunningly handsome. At least I think so. But I know I'm not the only one. And he is so kind and so special, and he's just, I think he's probably more than I ever deserve in this lifetime. But I'm lucky because he picked me, so yay for that. And this year is our 10th Christmas together, so that is him. And he also, like me, he has a health condition. That's how we fit together. I have some physical health conditions, he has mental health conditions, and his main mental health condition is schizophrenia, and he also has OCD and anxiety, either sort of because of that, slightly, well, with the anxiety, or slash alongside that. I've got him some specific gifts which are sort of targeted at that, just to try and make him feel a bit better. He varies in his levels of unwellness. He's like constantly unwell and affected by his symptoms, but he does his utmost every day to do and be the best he can be. And these are just some things to help him when his symptoms are getting most on top of him, or just a bit of fun and just things, because sometimes for him he needs to be distracted out of his symptoms. He can't be like, they can't be made to go away. That's not what I'm talking about at all. You can't just give someone a present and make them like not have a health condition. But it can help to lessen the pain. Like for me, if I put some heat on an area, that usually helps to take the edge off it and lessen it. And this is the same kind of thing for him. Try something to try and take the edge off what he is feeling at that moment in time. So yeah, and just to say, in my world, he has schizophrenia. He's not a schizophrenic, because people are not their illnesses. Like, they're not, you know, you don't call a cancer patient, oh, you're a cancer. No, because people are way more than their illnesses, disabilities, or life situations that are affecting them. That is not who they are. That is just something that they are dealing with or having in their life at that moment. So I promise this is not going to be like a massive downer video. I just wanted to share these things because I thought that other people might find them useful. They might find it useful for themselves. They might find it useful as a gift. They might think, oh, it's Boxing Day sales, let's go out and get something. You might think throughout the year, oh yeah, I know a person that maybe struggles a bit with something similar, or can be anxious, or can feel stressed, or can feel depressed, or even like loneliness and things. That we're all somewhere on the spectrum of good to bad mental health. So some of these things may be useful, they may not be useful, just might be interesting. So I thought I would just share it, and yeah, people might be interested or not. So with that all said, let's get into the video. So one of the first things I spotted for him absolutely months ago now is a Fidget Cube. You might have seen them around, and I got him this one, and it looks like this, and it's all different sizes. So it's got this side, and it's all about like tactile sensations and sounds to a degree. So it's got this side which you can just rest your finger in and you can put smooth. It's got these buttons that you can press, and you can press all of them at the same time, or just one or the other, or rub your finger across it like that. It's got a like little wheel that you can push around like this. It's got a switch you can flick like that. It's got a little ball that you can press in or go in circles, and it's got these little switches that go back and forth. So yeah, so you can press different sides at the same time. And sometimes with his OCD symptoms, or sometimes with like anxiety and stuff, he really likes to hold on to something. He has to have a lot of blood tests, and holding on to the ball really helps him because he really hates needles. and it's just something to fiddle with and distract yourself and just get a change in sensation. So instead of just sitting there feeling terrible, like he will sometimes play with his fingers, so give him this and it gives him a few more different sensations to actually distract him and try and alleviate a little bit of those feelings. And it's quite cool. It's like, yeah, it's just nice to play around with the buttons and stuff. I'm kind of jealous but he says we can share, it's fine. Oh, I got this from Tesco. Second gift I got him is called Hand Putty, and I got this from eBay, and it looks like it's supposed to be gold. It looks like this, but you'll see why in a second. Now my sister-in-law made some of this for my niece, and it's super fun to play with. Not really because of mental health reasons, but just it feels nice and it's squishy and you can stretch it and it makes funny noises, and yeah, it's just really fun and smooth to play with. And this hand putty, it costs I think £1.99 plus £1.99 P&P. Of course, get a bit of top cash back there. Oh, it's just nice. You see, it goes more of the gold colour when you mix it in, and it's supposed to be magnetic putty. And the reason it's magnetic putty, it comes with this little metal cube, and you just put it on top and just watch. Can you see? Can you see the putty is eating the cube? I don't know why that's so interesting, but it is. We're trying to find all different things to do that with, and actually he prefers this to the Fidget Cube, which I was surprised about. But it just, I don't know, that when you leave the metal cube in it, it makes it go orange, and when you take it out and squish it up a bit, it goes back to the gold colour. It comes in loads of different colours, and it's non-toxic. You can, like, you know, stick it to things. It doesn't stick to everything, although I wouldn't obviously recommend shredding it into the carpet or anything like that. Yeah, so it's just really neat stuff. So this is another sort of tactile distraction, sensory changing kind of thing. Can you not smile when you're playing with this, because it just feels nice. Next I got him this. It's a lion. It's a lion made of wood. Okay, it didn't come like this, it came flat pack. This is something that we actually built together, and we've been making these kind of things for a while. He really enjoys Lego. I also get him these quite often, because you can sit here, and when he really gets involved into something, it can help symptoms, but it has to be something that he feels he's able to do at that moment in time. Do you know what I mean? Like, you couldn't just be like, oh, here's a complex maths question, go and do that. That's not the same thing. It needs to be simple enough that it's fun and enjoyable, but it's nice to get something out of it like this that's rewarding, and you feel like, hey, look what I've achieved. Because achievement is a really big thing for him, and probably lots of people. If you're not feeling great about your situation or whatever's happening in your life, when you can look and think, hey, look, I did achieve something. I was feeling really terrible, but look what we did together, and after, you know, half an hour's work, we achieved something, and that can really change your outlook on the day. So, uh-oh, he's lost his tail. Better put that back together. Got this from Lidl or Aldi. I think it was about £4 or something like that. So yeah, and yeah, they had loads of different types, but you can get them all over the place. You can get them online. You can get them in garden centres and things. Now this I also got. I think this one's from Aldi, and this is a bit more complex. Now he really enjoys war things, war films, and building tanks. So he hasn't obviously started this yet, but this is like a tank that you can build and paint. So this is like a little project for if he wants to do something with his hands, because he really enjoys like getting involved and doing things with his hands. And probably we might start it together, or maybe depending how he feels, we'll get on with it. But I think sometimes a little project like this, the same with the lion, but this is sort of a longer term project that you can pick up. You know, you want to just spend 5 minutes and that's all you can cope with that day, spend 5 minutes, that's okay. but you can see your progress and it makes you feel good. And this was, I think it was about £6. And again, they had a whole bunch of different types of ones. They had planes and things like that. And yeah, so at some point this year he will pick this up and make a tank. Creative side, Sharpies. You know what I'm going to say. Everybody knows about colouring in and how fun and soothing it is. I got these Sharpies from Amazon in the Black Friday sale. I think they're about £8, which was awesome for Sharpies. We have tried to buy the cheap version from Aldi, and we've bought some other ones from Smith's, and we bought some pencil crayons. Do you know what? Sometimes you just have to pay the money. You just have to get the real thing, because it was a real shocker actually. I bought a whole bunch from, it was either Aldi or Lidl, one of the two, and every single, no, that's not true. About a third of the pens were completely dry when I just opened them. A third of the pens were dry. Like, what is that about? So far these will be fine. And to go with that, of course, you need a colouring book. Again, I got this from Lidl or Aldi. I wish I could remember, but to me, in my little brain, they're pretty interchangeable. And the nice thing about this, like, they're quite detailed pictures. I don't know if you can really see, but they have tear out bits on each page, so you don't have to take the whole book and you don't have to stain through. You know, like if you do certain colours, it might sink through the page. You can actually rip out the page and you can take it with you or whatever. Do it in here, and yeah, so there is going to be some colouring done, and I may partake in a little colouring myself, you know. It's good to share. It's good to share your gifts. Next up, I have got some bathing products. Now, earlier on in the year, I got a Rituals product. I don't know which box I got it in. I got a couple, and it was this one, Ritual of Her Mum, and it smells amazing. If you've never tried Rituals products, try them. I think these are about £8.50 for a 200ml can, and this is a 50ml can. They are so good, like so good. They are foaming shower gel, and they only take the tiniest bit of shower gel, a tiniest bit of foam to be able to do your whole body. Like, they foam up so much and they really last, and the smell is amazing. These are just so nice. So also got same Ritual of Her Mum sea salt hot scrub to go in the bath. Sometimes you find showering can be a bit scary because it gets a lot of overwhelming thoughts and sensations in the water, but after a while he really enjoys the hot water and he finds it super soothing, and you can find him standing in there for like half an hour, and he really enjoys the smell of a nice shower gel, and also one, because his skin's a bit sensitive, so he also needs one that doesn't dry his skin out too much. And he really enjoys this one a lot. Times a small thing that just makes you feel good, you know, like having chocolate or whatever. That is that. And he loves also a bath. Sometimes you can just lay in the bath and listening to some music or something like that, and he also finds that really soothing. So that is why I got the scrub, because you can have a nice scrub in a bath as well. And some of our other friends have got him some like bath products, so he's all good on that front. It's good relaxation. Next, I got him 101 whiskies to try before you die. He loves whiskey. He really wants to go to Scotland, and one day I hope to be able to take him to Scotland, because I've been, and go around some of the whiskey mills, places, breweries, no, you know what I'm trying to say, places where they make whiskey. So he's been having a little read of this and seeing what whiskey he has tried in his life. What he likes about this kind of thing is, for him, it's like a one-page read, so you can read a page and then you can come back to it. So it's not long, it's like small little snippets. So his concentration is quite low most of the time, so to be able to take in information, he needs short bursts, and to be able to come back to it and do it again and come back to it and do it again. So it's good to have things in small sections rather than a massive long piece of writing. I suffer from brain fog, and sometimes you have to go over things so many times, or I really struggle to find the words, and he will translate me because I can't cope. So sometimes we just need small, easy things that are enjoyable. I think if your concentration isn't great, it shouldn't put you off altogether reading things, but maybe you need to find different things to read, or you could listen to an audiobook or something like that and just play the thing over and over again if you want to. I do, because I always fall asleep, and I will play the same story from Radio 4 a million times, it feels like, before I actually know what's happened. To go along with his whiskey book, of course, he did need some whiskey. He can't, you know, it's good to have a little tipple at Christmas. And I got this little set here, and this is a set that I got from Aldi. These are some whiskies he's never tried before. He likes single malt, and they've just got different finishes. I don't know, I don't drink really, I don't really care for whiskey, but it made him really happy, and it was a good little present for his stocking. So sometimes a little bit of what you fancy does you good, and you don't have to go and get the most expensive ones, but if you look around you might find a little cheap version. Like there's often store-owned versions of different alcohols or cheaper whiskies and things that you can buy that are just as nice as the big brand label ones. Or have a look out on things like Black Friday and the sales, and you might find that your favourite drink is now on sale. So he's really poorly at the moment, so he's been having a few hot toddies to help him to soothe his poor little throat. And what have we got next? Right, chocolate. Now, it's been shown a few times that chocolate raises your endorphins, makes you feel happy, makes you feel good, and he loves green and blacks. He loves like the high cocoa content chocolate. And I got one of these on sale. It was £5 reduced down to 50p, like 90% sale, because there was some pieces missing, and then he realised how many, and he really enjoyed it, and we found it on sale. But then I got this also Black Friday sale, and it's a full set, so he's super happy with that, and it'll be some nice quality chocolate, and it'll make him feel good. He says it makes him feel loved, because I remember that he really enjoys this chocolate, and feeling loved and cared about is really important to his sense of well-being. So even though you might think, oh, it's just chocolate, everyone likes chocolate, or you know, pretty much everyone likes chocolate, or something similar. Sometimes it's not just about whatever you're giving somebody, but it's actually about what it means, or the thought that you've taken to do that thing, and it makes them feel like somebody cares. It can be as simple as a text message, or a bunch of flowers, or sending a card through a post, or something that lets a person know that they are thought about, cared about, remembered. Even strangers, just giving them a smile, being kind to people. It really might make somebody's day that you don't realise that your small action has made them feel like a worthwhile person, or has made their day just think, actually, it's not as bad as I thought it was, or just help them in some way. No, it's not a miracle cure. Giving people chocolate does not cure all of their problems, or smiling doesn't cure all their problems, but it's really hard if somebody smiles at you not to smile back. Isn't it? Isn't it? It just makes you feel better, and it makes them feel better, and it makes you feel better. So it makes him feel like I love him and I care about him when I remember things like this. And I do love him, I do care about him, so I'm glad it makes him feel like that. Next up, we have these shark slippers. I told him that he couldn't have these. I told him because he has got really huge feet, because his one of his physical problems is that he's got really flat, completely destroyed flat feet, and they're really painful, and it hurts him walking around. So he has insoles and things, but for slippers his insoles don't really work, but these have got a really squishy surface, so they help his foot feel less painful. And normally we can't buy slippers like this because they don't fit him, and you can never get them in his size because he wears like a size 14, but these ones actually do. And I got these from Simply Be, from like their, well, I guess like through Giacomo or their homes section. I can't actually remember how much these were, but I got them when I had like a 20% off from free postage and packaging. So yeah, shark slippers, he loves a shark, and he's been so happy. He's been even wearing them in bed, he likes them that much. And it looks down, and again, it's a little distraction thing. He looks down at his feet and he's like, oh, sharks, I like sharks, and it helps to just move him on from maybe some other bad, horrible, intrusive thoughts he's feeling to the thought he likes. Music. Music. He loves music. He plays instruments, he plays guitars, but sometimes the only thing he can do is lie in a dark room, even with his head under a duvet, and just have some music on, and that's all he can cope with. So it's really important to him to have some music he loves. This music he used to love when he was younger, but part of his illness actually made him throw away a lot of his old CDs, so this is like a replacement CD. And then he's very eclectic, you know, Tupac. And then we've got Harry Styles, we were listening to it the other day and he really liked it. And Katy Perry, we've liked her for a while, and yeah, and he particularly wanted this new CD. It was growing and growing on him. First we were both like, why has she cut her hair? What is going on with her music? But it's really grown on him and he really wants it. So this is what he's got for his music this year. I think I got the Tupac one from Amazon and I got the other two from HMV. HMV is actually quite reasonably priced, and you can collect points on there and you can get cash back, so it's worth keeping an eye out for. Last thing, Hugo Boss. Why? Because he often has symptoms telling him he's horrible, ugly, unattractive and smelly and stuff, and just really mean negative things, and you can't make the thoughts go away, but he can be reminded by me and trying to tell himself that actually, yeah, he's super cute and he really loves his scent. His scent reminds me of when he was young, before he was ill. This year he was just like, oh, I really want that. It just reminds me of other times, and when he sprays it, he just remembers good times and happiness, and also makes him feel really attractive to smell nice. It's one of his favourite things. So yeah, a little bottle of Hugo Boss, which I got from Amazon. I think I had a pain in the backside to track this one down, specific with the green label. It's like an old one. So of course some of these gifts are just normal gifts, like you give people aftershave, of course you do, you give people chocolate, you give people CDs. Just we use them in maybe a slightly different way. Other things that are really good are things like weighted blankets. I didn't get him one yet because the ones I've seen are quite expensive. They're a blanket that just makes you feel pressure, so like in each pocket, it's like almost patchwork. Each pocket has weights in it, not like really super heavy weight, but just makes you feel like you're enveloped. I guess it's like being in the room or something. So like he really enjoys it right now. If I pile duvet and I pile like blankets and things on top of him, it makes him feel really safe and secure. Yeah, a weighted blanket is a nice thing to get, but mostly I tell you, the thing that he loves the most and that really helps is the gift of time. And I guess around Christmas and in the new year, maybe that is what we should do. We should make an effort to give the gift of time to people we know, people we don't know. Just pass on a bit of kindness, even if we're not having a good time. Maybe if we be a bit kind to someone, it might change their day, and maybe it will reflect back on us and change our day. Because sometimes the thing that helps him the most is if I'm just sitting there stroking his head, or if I give him or sort of feet a little rub, or just reading stories. We're reading Charlie and the Chocolate Factory again now. We've just finished Christmasaurus, which is awesome. He finds it really soothing when I read to him. I enjoy it too. It's nice. So sometimes gift of time is the best thing that you can give to someone. Also asking how people really are, like not just hi, how are you, but actually like hi, how are you? You know, how really are you? And taking time to listen and doing your best to understand. It's always difficult for someone to understand what someone else is going through, whether it's illness related or just like in day-to-day things. But just knowing that somebody is there and willing to listen and give you a bit of time is so important, and it just makes you feel like you're not alone. That is just all I have to say on that subject for the moment. These are the gifts. I hope that you enjoyed this video, or I hope it was useful / enlightening or something like that. And yeah, I hope you will join me for my other what I actually got for myself Christmas present videos, which will be coming shortly. Take care of each other and yourselves, and remember to live every moment well as you can do anyway. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.